talk with two individuals who are high ranking members of the Grimolian Kingdom's political sphere. Adler Kane and Luther visited them, one to give them invitations to the Union Festival, particularly the feast that the king is having in his castle. The feast will be a month from the current date. Additionally, you were told of something they wanted you to do. You were told of a strange water source in a section of very old mines in DanWillo. DanWillo tried to solve it themselves inwardly and had many individuals die due to the unforeseen situations that had arose. Having it partially contained but still not knowing the full ramifications, they began seeking for outside consultants. Once Luther learned of this, he apparently went straight to Adler Kane. Together, they learned of and shared their knowledge of the situation and came to you all. The situation was put forward as Luther remembers where the Mad King was buried all those years ago, after he had failed to die 100 times. Undying, they buried him in a strange device called a dawn tomb, all the way in DanWillo, deep below the earth, in an ancient section of mithril mines. There he was to be buried for all time, and he has been, thus far. Until recently, Luther believes that what is happening at that particular mine is the Mad King's doing, and that something has happened. Adler knows of certain adventures you all have been successful in, and knows that you all killed Aldmeric Schifri, one of the last lieutenants of the Mad King. Supposedly the Mad King can now be killed, and thus you accepted the offer, 15,000 gold pieces, to travel to DanWillo under the guise of merely searching for the lost troop, the Tall Towers, who seemingly disappeared in that ancient sections of mine, and report their situation, whether they are alive or dead. Your task, however, is put an end to this Mad King, once and for all. You all decided, instead of traveling in your carriage all the way to DanWillo, a city you've never been to before, new magic allowed you all to turn into clouds and soar across the kingdom in less than 4 hours. You arrived at DanWillo, were greeted at the gates by high-ranking guards of the city, and having learned that your paperwork had just recently been processed, you were led into the city by one of these dwarven guards as she escorted you through the outer city, built on the edge of the mountains itself, through a massive fissure in the mountains, into the underground section of DanWillo. A massive, sprawling complex, lit up by almost holes in the mountains itself, spilling light and greenery into the spaces, as well as orbs of firelight that seem to move across the ceiling, further lighting up the space. And the last thing you all noticed, as almost directly within the fissure, just about 300 feet directly in front of you, a beautiful waterfall, split only by 4 small stones that seem to light and emanate beautiful colors in your direction. And they hover above a large willow tree sit on an island surrounded by the waterfalls and the pond that they create. And this is where we begin, as you all are immediately stunned by the visage of this expansive city that stretches a couple miles off to your left side. You can just see the very edge of this large castle that seems to just dominate the very far end of the city. And there's a ways to go to head that far. Immediately, your attendant looks back to you, gives you all a smile, and the bustling nature of the city hits you as some of you are pushed aside as carriages and carts go rumbling past. This is a large city, akin to that of Pharsalus. The trade going through this space is immense. She looks towards you. I'm glad you are enjoying our visages, but we should get a move on. We need to head to Midachis Hold as soon as we can. Come. And she turns and walks, just beginning down the curved path that takes you past where the waterfalls of the large willow that surround the large willow tree seem to drift down into endless expanse off to your left side. You see, now that you're fully entering into the city, just a hustle and bustle of people. You see at least probably half a hundred or so dwarven individuals currently making their way up a section of bridges that make their way toward the willow tree. You see another bridge that you're heading now towards, that as you reach it, off to your right you see large cascading waterfalls as the pond slowly drains out, and you just hear water careening into endless caverns below. If any of you so choose, you can walk to the edge of this 100-foot wide road and bridge and look down into darkness. So, you are brought across the bridge and enter the city itself. You do see many of the streets are well lit with large, almost ever-present lights in these tall, metallic structures that just seem to radiate light in all of the spaces you would need. Additionally, you see certain individuals walking through the city with strange fiery beetles that seem to walk behind them. These giant monstrosities, almost tamed and used as pack mules and other sorts of other strange uses. They're almost like a what's the term? Like a pack mule, essentially. Individuals come and go from around you, and it's very bustling. Is there anything you would all want to do, or do you just follow this unnamed dwarven female who is leading you all?
I'm
following.
Okay.
Fairdeer is just like speechless at how many people there are and how many, just like a whole lot of things that she's never seen in one place before.
Yeah.
Remember, he's planning escape routes and possible places for pickpocketing people.
Oh, you spot a lot of that.
Nice.
Actually, Mebehi, make a perception check for me, please.
Could you do that for me? I'm away from my computer.
Yes, I can do that. Let me open up the characters. You're preoccupied staring at the many pockets to notice too much else, as you see dozens and hundreds of merchants all around you. Certain sections of the street are filled with hammering as you see dozens and dozens of smithies working on different metals. And yeah, it's a very busy city. Okay. As you all are following, walking down the city streets, can I have all of you roll a d8 for me, please?
I am currently not next to my computer. Give me 5 seconds.
You're fine.
I hope low is good.
I rolled from both. Okay.
And you said to just roll a d8?
Yes, just a d8, please.
I hope I don't die.
I don't think you'll die in the city.
You'd be surprised. 6.
6. Okay. Well, low was the best. So, as you all are walking, Belric and Mebehi kind of end up taking the back of the pack. All these different sites are slowing you down, and for you, Belric specifically, the thing you notice is that many of these people, while toiling away, don't seem the happiest. There's lots of looks of worry, and being a worshiper of the deity that you do worship, it saddens you that most of these people just have frowns on their faces, or they're too toiled into their works to seem to find joy. Seems like most of them are just doing their duty. And as both of you and Mebehi, are currently trailing behind, Belloc, you feel someone tug at your arm for a moment. As you hear, excuse me, sir, can I speak to you?
Sure. What do you need?
Hi, I'm sorry to stop you. I know you must be busy by the look of you. But I was wondering if you could help me out for a second.
What do you need help with?
I am collecting signatures for a petition. Me and many of us within the city of DanWillo are looking to help the Drow Queen, Celeste, against the Branded. All we need is signatures for this petition. We look to take it up to Lord Milner himself. Would you mind?
Well, I don't feel like it's right for me because I'm not actually from the city, so it doesn't feel right. I should sign something that I'm not really sure about.
Well, if you're part of the kingdom, I'm sure Lord Milner would like to know that you support the claim. I know the crown doesn't want to get involved, but the Drow, they were once part of the Union. We swore to help them against any threat. We even helped them defeat, and then all of a sudden you feel someone push you away as you see your attendant comes up, slaps the young dwarven girl standing in front of you. How dare you speak to guests of Gunthamir Milner in front of one of his sabraks? I should have you shipped off to the deep mines for your insolence. Come, she immediately grabs your arm, Belric, and drags you partially away from her. Don't talk to these traitors. As she almost forcefully begins to move you through the streets. Immediately, you see the young dwarven girl just turns and bolts as fast as she can, and then immediately goes down the first alleyway she sees. You see that this Sabrak guard, is what they are called, is just staring her down as she walks away, pulling you along. Once out of sight, she lets go of your coat and begins to walk fast to take her place at the head of the column.
Did Mabehi get dragged along too?
Yeah, she would have dragged you as long as well.
Ah, crap, okay.
You see, immediately, where she initially had been kind of happy to see you all with like a friendly demeanor, the fury in her eyes immediately makes it very awkward to want to speak to her, and you all just feel that general uneasiness come over you, and it just becomes an awkward silence as you all begin walking with her. Is there anything you would all like to say or do?
Mabehi's gonna look at her and say, there was no need to do that. She was simply asking for a signature.
You see, your attendant looks towards you. Even though she was looking for a signature, it would not have helped her. Lord Milner, and in fact the king himself, showed no interest in the affairs of the Drow. As she continues walking, she speaks to you still. The Drow fight amongst themselves, and it does us good. Many of the dwarves here in DanWillo don't take kindly to worshippers of the Spider Queen. And in fact, I think what the Drow are doing is right. People shouldn't be forced to worship the Queen of Spiders, and any other deity would be preferable. Maybe once the Branded win, as it is looking like they may, then maybe we can be friendly with the Drow. Until then, DanWillo does not interfere with the Drow. And she just turns.
Ooh, she has some opinions.
She does.
Mabehi's gonna look around at the group and just whisper, I think the stick up her butt's starting to scratch at her brain a little.
Nice.
Okay. Anyone else say anything?
Up to. She seems a little upset right now.
Faradir's like not even paying attention to the conversation. She's just looking at everything around her.
One of the biggest cities she's ever been in.
Yeah, she's not used to civilization.
Yeah, and this is probably a very strange civilization to Faradir. Mostly being underground and the like.
How many times does she have to duck?
Actually, probably not much. This is a large open cavern. Even though, like, if you were to go in many of these shops and homes, she'd probably have to duck.
Okay.
But in the open thoroughfare, really, there is no ceiling.
Nice.
The whole road is actually very wide. It's about 100 feet wide, and then there's all these different side alleyways, and there's just tons and tons of individuals moving to and fro. But yeah, and it's not too dark. As you continue walking, you do note that the large holes within the mountains above you spill massive amounts of light into different sections of the cave system. And lots of these sections where the light seems to hit the most, they've built permanent parks and other structures where you can see small trees and grasses and bushes growing, where they have a little semblance of nature, instead of just being all, stone and worked land. There's a little bit of naturalness to it, and even looking around the space, from almost all points of the city, you can see the large willow tree that you saw near the entrance, and the light that almost shines off of it is. You can see why these people seem to almost harbor it as a religious icon. So, you all continue moving forward. Okay. So, can I have all of you roll a d6 for me, please? Okay. Two. Okay. I'll roll for Rebehi. One. And Gamesh.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Can you repeat yourself again?
Can you just roll a d6 for me, please?
D6, gotcha.
A 2 as well. Okay. As all of you are walking through the city, you pay attention to different sounds and sights and overhear different things as you are walking through the city. There are many different people calling out the news of the city walking around today, and you overhear different snippets. Faradir. Oh.
I can stay to listen to this.
Yeah. I'm just sending it to you as well through Discord.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be back in like
Yeah.
5 seconds.
But you overhear that the Ender's mines are closed for the moment due to collapsed tunnels. For Senti, you overhear this bit of information. That the Ashlos Bridge is under construction. Take alternate route to Valahir. Then Belric. You overhear the Fire Beetle's skylight to go dark for maintenance in 4 days' time. And then Seer and Gamesh, both of you here, captured branded spies. Watch for and report any suspicious activity.
Capture branded spies.
And I'll send that to you as well. And lastly, Mabehi with number 1. You overhear Volthendan soldiers have retreated back to their city as the branded push forward. And that is sent to you. Little snippets of information. So, with that, you all make it through the rest of the city. It takes you a decent amount of time. But you are brought across the whole expanse of the city and are brought to a massive, almost underground castle. 6 large pillars seem to be built all the way to the ceiling of the cavern, holding it aloft. A long, almost 200-foot wide set of stairs seems to just roll up the space, leading to this large, central, flat space and a massive double door, probably 16 feet tall and about 12 feet wide. As you all are beginning to ascend the steps, you hear the clanking of boots, of leathers, of armor against solid, polished stone. And there's less people here than everywhere else in the city thus far. This does not seem to be a place for merchants. This is a place for nobles. As you're walking the steps, you hear your attendant looks back towards you all. Welcome to Meldarkus Hold. This is where we will be having our meeting with other individuals and be discussing your payment and your task. Come, come. She continues to walk towards the large double door, and you see 2 dwarven guards wearing similar sigils of the willow tree with 4 beacons above it. Go to the door and begin pushing it open. Expanding before you is a beautiful entrance chamber. Marble flooring as far as you can see, and multiple large doors on either side, all with guards in front of them. Immediately, she begins taking you to the right, past the first set of doors, to the second. There, the dwarven guards open it and take you down a beautiful corridor. The hallway before you stretches maybe 200 feet or so. Marble flooring again below your feet, clacks against armor, against leather, against normal boots. You see, almost as if imprisoned in the stone itself, walking past, ever-present large fire beetles just seem to shine out light as you pass. They don't look alive, just as if the stone itself has engulfed them and turned them into an architecture. Additionally, you see beautiful frescoes painted up the walls, displaying moments of triumph, of history, of this ancient city. You walk for about a good 80 feet or so, taking you down another side hallway, and then 30 feet after that, you see 2 guards open up a single chamber door. There, your attendant kind of waves you all to walk in. Upon entering, you see a singular room, almost like a meeting, a large rounded table made of a beautiful, almost purplish wood, seems to sit in the center of it. Seats lining the whole space. It's somewhat plain in the room, but it is still a beautiful space. I'm going to go and fetch um, well, your representatives within the city. They will be talking to you about your mission. Please have a seat. If you need anything, the gods will be more than happy to fetch food or drinks for you. She gives you a nod and begins to walk down one of the corridors as you hear her boots stamping across the marble flooring. The door is shut as you all are left within this small chamber to talk or do whatever you need to for the moment.
Alright, this place is a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah, and with a lot more civil unrest.
Yeah. Did you hear about the spies?
Yeah. I didn't think anyone else heard it. Did the rest of you hear about the spy?
No, but I heard about the Voltahondan soldiers retreating.
Yeah, I heard something about the fire beetle skylight.
Okay, this is all different.
They have a lot going on here.
Yeah, it's mildly concerning.
Well, hopefully our endeavors will be in and out.
Yeah, but I mean, you remember what happens when we visit a city with civil unrest, right? First Varsiles and Guanistan and...
Yeah, their problems become our problems.
Yeah.
Well, here's
should-
hoping.
We shouldn't get attacked by a giant this time, at least.
Hopefully not. Oh, goodness. What does Senti say? It was a branded, this branded the name of a group?
Yeah. The branded seem to be the other side of the Drow Civil War that you've been hearing about.
Oh. So there's a drow spy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of character, we gotta talk to the spy.
Juicy deets.
Yeah.
He has all the tea.
And the dwarven girl who's looking for the petition to be signed was looking to have Lord Milner send troops to oppose the branded.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it might be nice for our party to have news from all sides about in a civil war.
Exactly. We're not
We don't
so
get
used.
duped.
I hope all parties know that we are aligned with the highest paying.
Yeah.
We need your help
Morally,
against.
we may agree with someone else, but we're willing to set that aside.
Yeah. We really need your help in this war. How much you trying to pay?
Doesn't have to be money. It could be land.
Exactly. Like, what are
People.
you? What are you
Not
willing to part with?
labor, food.
It's like, all right, we gotta
Probably not
weigh.
food.
We have to weigh our options. Be back.
Yeah. Do you want what's almost a guaranteed win? Or
Do you want to face the almost guaranteed win?
yeah, do you...
Yeah, then we like shop around for each person. It's like, oh, what can you offer?
Honestly,
Yeah.
we just auction ourselves off. Everyone knows that whoever whoever pays the highest bid is going to get some of the strongest people in the land.
with some of the most allies.
Right.
Like, what if we just go up to the king and me, Seer, who let's see, what's the lowest I can get in persuasion?
What you said it was a 19, right?
No, that's deception.
Oh,
Wait, maybe
yeah, because you gotta. It starts off at a 10 for you, doesn't it?
17.
17.
The
I
lowest
think
can get
Becky
is
might have a high persuasion. I'm not sure though.
I thought you had a high deception. I remember you're good at lying.
Yeah, she has high deception. I could have sworn she had good persuasion though too.
But is it better than an automatic 17?
Probably not.
Yeah. Like, what if we just convince the king to get involved in this drow war?
I mean, this is technically within the Grimolian Kingdom, so I'm pretty sure
Exactly. You know, what if we bring up the points that those people had? What if we bring the king a petition? Then it doesn't matter what a lord thinks.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
Convince the king himself with a petition.
Come at him from all sides. Cover all of our angles.
Just so he can tell us to handle it, probably.
But that's still convincing him to get involved.
I know, but it's like it's giving ourselves extra work with more steps,
But more money.
but more money
And more allies.
and more allies. To be fair, they already owe us. No, to be fair, they already owe us. We already handled their dragon.
I don't know. The drow don't know us.
Oh yeah. Wait, then we don't
They
want
could.
the. They could. Are we about to go work with the drow?
I don't know. Are you? That'd be interesting.
Graham's like, plot hooks falling into place.
Yes.
The only time we can mess with choose a side is if Bastion's involved.
Bastion isn't involved.
Exactly. So therefore, I can play with whoever I want to play with.
And the only time Seer would choose a side is if someone else started choosing a side. And then it
Right.
goes in priority of how much she cares about that person.
Right.
So Mabehi and Gamesh would have a heavier weight in what Seer does.
Right.
How about we get back? What's going on in this room?
Are they spying on us?
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything that would allow me to know that.
Were they overhearing our plans for world domination?
No, I have.
Because even if they are, what are they going to do about it? We're about to kill the Mad King. Hopefully. We don't die first.
Yeah, if we don't die first. If
If we don't die, they're going to owe us too.
The entire Grimolian Kingdom is just gonna owe us, huh?
The entire Mongolian Kingdom kind of already owes us.
Right.
Just going to owe us more.
They're kind of digging themselves a kind of a ditch.
I mean, granted, they did pay us 20,000.
They did. But it's 20,000 worth of dragon nad raiding your kingdom.
For 40 years.
Oh no.
Oh, you mean this measly pay that barely got us a startup fund?
Ugh. We gotta be like what's his name from Awesome Powers?
Time for Faradir to help Seer with intimidation.
$1 million.
No, he's at 1 billion.
You, we go up to the king like, hey, so we were thinking about how you could pay us back.
We don't have those type of funds. Well, I guess you don't have this type of help anymore now, do you?
Why don't you just pay for our house?
That's a start.
Yeah, that's a start. And then give us actual political weight.
So, you all, currently sitting at the room talking, hear a knock on the door. Tung, tung, tung. As the door begins to opens back up, you see a older dwarf begins to step into the room, not even looking at all of you, head deep into some type of paperwork as he looks it over. You see the olden dwarven man has long gray braided hair. It's adorned with beautiful jewelry, different ruby and sapphire jewelry is just almost braided into each band of his long hair, as he's adorned with this beautiful nobleman's coat. He kind of walks into the room. This is the avant-garde, yes?
Yep.
Good to make your acquaintance. My name is Ort Milner. He walks into the room, pulls out one of the seats at the head of the table, and takes a hefty seat down, places the paperwork on the table. I just finished speaking with one of the elders of the Terra about you all, and he handed me all this just not too long ago, so I'm still going over it. Sorry about that. He told me you all agreed to help us in this situation.
That's why we're here.
Yeah?
Good to know, good to know. Okay, he opens up a section of the papers that he has on him. Are you familiar with the tall towers?
Met them once, I think.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Lord Commander Adler has already told you. Sorry, not Lord Commander. Elder Terra Adler Kane already told you this. The tall towers were sent to deal with some poisoned water and find its source. They never returned. They are one of this city's greatest bands of heroes, and we would like to know if they are truly gone from this world or if they are merely trapped. What happened to them? What did they encounter? Did what they encounter be defeated? Was it defeated, or were they defeated? Simple things. This is merely a search and this is merely reconnaissance. I presume that they've probably already taken care of the situation and are merely maybe trapped and might need to be freed or something of the like. They are great heroes, as I'm told you are as well, so should be not too bad. He kind of looks through some of his other papers. The Ender's Mines are some of the oldest mithril mines in the kingdom. In fact, they are the oldest mithril mines in this city, one of which has been abandoned for close to 700 years. The other one, somewhat still active. You'll be escorted, whenever you deem yourselves fit enough to do so, to the old Ender's Mine. There you will move up the tunnels, find what you can of the tall towers. If you can recover their bodies, please do so. And then return to us. Payment is 15,000 gold pieces. He reaches into one of his pockets and pulls out a large satchel of gold and sets it on the table. This is 5,000 of the 15 total thousand. This is just a preliminary payment to make sure that this is done. Any questions thus far?
Don't think so. Seems pretty straightforward.
I'm glad it is. Well, you can either go today or go tomorrow. We have set rooms up for you within the city if you deem it worthy to stay. The favored taverns of the Tall Towers was the Yelling Expedition. We've set you all up with rooms there, 6 in total. 7 in total.
Okay. Yelling expedition.
Now, counting all of you, 6 might be sufficient. Merely speak to the barkeep and he will return that room to our coffers. Unless you deem you want to use it. Food will be paid for, drinks will be paid for. If you need to know of any places within the city that might be of value to you all, I can have someone assigned to give you a laydown of the city. There are many interesting places. My one suggestion is to visit Willow un Valahir. It is a monument that has stood for as long as this city has, which is longer than this kingdom has. Other than that, you can maybe fetch yourself a fire beetle if you wanted to. It might prove useful in the dark tunnels. You may want some source of continuous light. Other than that, let me know if you need anything. He stands. It has been a pleasure meeting all of you, and I hope that you return to me and this citadel with answers and hopefully our heroes. One of the guards outside will escort you to your tavern if you so need be. He turns, walks out the door, all of his paperwork in hand.
Alright, everyone. Dive right in or wait the day.
Well, what time is it?
It's actually really early.
So you all left at about 9 or so, got there within 4 hours, and just spent 2 hours traversing the city.
Oh, okay.
So at this point, it's probably 3.
Maybe we should wait and explore the city for now.
Alright. Not a problem. I guess we'll go to the guard and ask him to escort us to the yelling expedition.
Okay. Easy enough. Upon the door opening, and you all wishing to go to the tavern, you are led through the marble floored halls, out the main entranceway, and down the street, not too far away, about maybe 20-minute walk or so, you find a 3-story massive tavern that seems to occupy the entire main section of between alleyway and an alleyway of this main 100-foot wide thoroughfare. Walking inside, there's immediately loud, raucous noise as a band is currently lively playing often on a stage in the almost central section of the main hall. The bar is massive and busy. There's at least 4 bartenders that you can see moving their way up and down the bar. There are different tables where you see some people are being brought drinks to them as they sit down. Food is being brought to people. And it seems like a very hectic, interesting place.
Alright, I can see why Kingston likes this place. Alright. I guess I'll procure the rooms then. Guess I'll head to the bar.
Okay. Walking up to the bar through the crowd of people, you do see one of these dwarven bartenders kind of spots you as you are taller than most of the other patrons here. In fact, you just now are able to realize that of all the other people you've seen in this city, they've mostly been dwarven. You've maybe saw 3 or 4 humans, maybe 1 elf, but there is no other persons in this establishment. It is all dwarven. So the sight of you is a strange one. As the bartender kind of looks up, "Howdy, how can I help you?"
We're looking for room and board.
"Well, we're full up right now. I can fit you into our stables if you need."
I was told that we already had accommodations. The avant-garde.
"Oh, avant-garde. Okay, yeah, you have 7 rooms all pride and paid for. You have free everything. Can I get you anything? Hold 1 sec." He kind of pushes one of the other people at the bar who is kind of reaching over to grab a new drink for himself. He kind of just pushes him over off his stool. You see the dwarf drunkenly just falls to the ground and starts laughing at himself. The dwarf behind the bar goes and fetches a whole rod of keys and just starts handing all these different keys to you all. Here's all 7 of them. Anything else? I can get you drinks or food.
Wait, is it 7 or 6?
There was 7 of them.
Okay.
Wait, 7. Do we have 7 people?
Nope.
Okay.
I could have sworn that lady said 6.
I guess we got 7.
Hey, so there's 7 rooms?
Yes. They're not,
Excuse me.
they're not 7 of
Why?
you? Oh, you don't need the 7th room. I can
No, there's 6.
send it back to the keep. I just won't charge you the keep for that 7th room. Fine. He like grabs one of the keys from your hands. There you go. 6 rooms. No problem. Anything else I can do for you?
Not now. Maybe later.
Okay. Let me know if you need anything.
Got it.
Don't you dare! And he pushes the dwarf again as he's trying once more to get another beer from behind the counter. And you are left to your devices. You can find your rooms. It is imprinted on the keys.
All right. All right. Well, that's handled. Where we want to go first?
I've got nowhere in mind specifically.
Wait. What figured you were saying really quickly? Oh, okay. She was distracted. Sensory overload. I understand. All right. Then I guess we just stroll through the city for a little while.
Well, I keep seeing they keep talking about the Willow Un Valley here, so we'll start there if you guys want.
Yeah, starting point. Might as well. We should have got that guide.
Maybe there'll be another one.
Maybe. Won't find out till we look. I guess we are see if we can find a guide to what's it called? I'm gonna mispronounce it already.
DanWillo.
Yeah, I don't well, yeah.
Yeah, easily enough. You could probably head back to the hold itself. Track down any of the guards can really bring you an attendant. The individual who arrives and comes to tell you about the city itself is a younger looking dwarf, brown hair that seems actually well cut. He hasn't seemed to allow it to grow out much. It seems shaved on the sides, kind of perky up top. Still wears some finer clothing, but not as extravagant as the individual you met earlier. Seems a little bit more studious as they approach. Hello, how can I help you?
Hi. We're looking for a guide or something.
Yes, I was sent to be a guide.
Oh, how nice. How convenient.
Very. How can I help you? What do you want to find?
Seer's just gonna kind of look around at the rest of the group.
I can't be the only one talking. I can't do it. We have to pass off the stick.
I know, but Seer doesn't want to be here.
Okay. What does Belric want to find? He suggested the tree.
Yeah, then I guess I'll spell or speak up. We were trying to find the Willow Un Valley here.
Ah, the Willow Un Valley here. Yes, that's a major attraction within the city. It's just near the entrance. Do you want me to take you there?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Fantastic. It is a bit of a walk, so let's get a fucking move on, okay? And he immediately just starts walking. You all follow?
Alright.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
He begins taking you through the city of DanWillo. I just closed out the DanWillo sheet for no reason. What? Weird. Did that show up on any of your screens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just just exit out of that, please. I'm having
Exit out
trouble.
of it?
Yeah, exit out. I'm having trouble with my handout. I don't know why it won't load for me. Give me one sec. It's really annoying. There we go. Okay. He begins taking you through the city, marking off different locations. Most of it seems to just be bars and taverns. Taking you across the main road. About like an hour in, he talks to you about one of the biggest bars in the city, called the Booze Brothers. It's just down that alleyway. There's Ruby's Bane Tavern. He mentions that there's a large smokehouse that caters to all sorts of different individuals' tastes and palates, all called the Blunt Busters. He shows off many different bestiaries crossing the city where they sell different animals, specifically of the giant beetle variety, like giant fire beetles, giant beetles themselves, stuff like that. You do pass by a large-looking, almost fortress, somewhat center within the city itself. He name drops that as the Sabrak headquarters, or the headquarters of the guards of DanWillo. They also serve as DanWillow's infantry whenever they need to go to war. Other than that, as he takes you through the city, you begin to see you are approaching the large willow tree once more. Taking you up, apparently there's a bridge that is out, the main bridge up to the space, but there is a alternate path, a detour if you would, and he takes you over to that path. As you begin rounding this curved stone pathway, you note that many individuals here and arriving seem to be wearing religious garb. You recognize symbols of Lathander, the god of light and the sun, and you see many others. And you get up to a space, a large um, iron fence seems to block you from the main part of the pond, but you sit off just to the right side of this massive willow tree. Now, next to it, you see this is easily 60, 70 feet tall at its maximum. The base immensely wide, and where the top of the tree is, you see it still droops down, almost touching the very base of the island itself. You see rings and rings of beautiful wild flowers seem to grow on the excess sections of the island, and the water cascading down from the waterfall as they dump loads and loads of water into this pool that just sits here. And from this spot, looking upwards, you see ivy and vines creeping up the sides of an immense hole in the cavern space. And looking up, you can see what looks to be the mountains above this. Large trees seemingly growing out of the sides of the mountains itself, and wild wilderness that seems to dominate the upper reaches of this hole within the canopy of this city. And you can't help but notice that this is a beautiful sight. And for Gamesh and Belric, there's a deep religious nature here.
Okay. Hmm. I mean, it makes sense. Everybody's wearing symbol. Okay. Yeah. Guess that's
Do either of you want to pray?
not really.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Gamesh doesn't anyway.
I'll do a short one.
Okay. What do you pray about?
I guess I'll just do a general pray about, I guess, like protection for the party. I guess.
Okay. Make a religion check with advantage. 12. You sit down and pray. This space is very religious in nature. It's not your deity's space, however, and while your prayer is accepted, you feel that your connection to this space and your deity's connection to this space is not as strong. But your prayer
He
goes
said
through.
this. He said this place has been standing since before the city, right?
Yes. In fact, as he has led you here, he begins going off on like a tour guide's tangent about the history of this tree. Saying that the tree, this tree was supposedly planted here by the ancient dwarves who found this cavern in its entirety. They worshipped Lathander here for all time as the patron god. It was him that told the dwarves to help against Manaskana, the war for the freedom of the valley, and what eventually decided our union with this kingdom. this tree, in the religious context behind it, helps cement every dwarf as a member of this kingdom. And he continues to go on.
Okay. And,
Gamesh, make a religion check for me. Just because you actually did come in. Okay. You actually chose to come and visit this large willow tree. And as you see Belric praying, you look about and think on the history that you know and have learned, and a feeling strikes you in your chest as your vision blurs. And for a moment, you see flashing symbols in your mind. Most of them you can't even comprehend what they are. You just note a symbol, a symbol, a symbol, and then it cements a solid symbol in your mind. The symbol of a willow tree with 4 stars hanging over it. And the innate power within you partially begins to well up. For all of you around this space, you just see like a flash of green within Gamesh's eyes, and then he opens them. But for you, Gamesh, you see this symbol. It almost burns into your mind as vivid as your knowledge of the other locations of the portals. And this location is now burned into your mind as well.
okay.
You believe you have found another portal. One of the watchtowers of Graylin.
Not one of the elemental portals, though, right?
No.
Right. Okay. Huh. All right. Can you put the name of this tree in the chat? In the
Yes. I'm also trying to find some of my other stuff. Okay, hold up.
those random natural 20s, I tell you.
Yeah, that's what a natural 20 on a religion check gets you. Especially for a place as connected to you as this is. The fact that I can't find Graylin's sheet within my notes is really upsetting me.
Okay. Do I know where this portal leads?
I'd say with your check of a natural 20, you have almost like a hint. The fact that this is a holy place not just for Graylin, but a major holy place for Lathander. That you believe this specific portal probably leads to one of the good heavens, either Mount Celestia or Elysium.
Okay. Oh man, wasn't ready for that.
Everything okay?
Yeah. Kinda had a vision in my head.
Okay. Bad vision? Good vision?
This is a plain old portal type of vision.
Okay. So mixed vision.
Yeah, I think it's just information, really. Nothing good or bad. Just I know.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Well, hopefully nothing comes through. That would be bad, probably.
Oh, yeah. You know, it really, really would be. Just our luck.
Oh no, might not be too bad, given the nature of it.
Well,
I
I
don't
will
think.
trust you on that.
Yeah, I don't think it leads anywhere crazy anyway. Probably where the gods and stuff are from.
Right. Good to know.
What's everyone's passive
Hmm.
perceptions?
Mine's is
13.
yeah, mine's a 13 as well.
Mine's a 15.
Yeah, I've got 15.
What's Cinti's?
We have no good eyes on this team.
Cinti
No, like
maybe.
solid.
You know, once upon a time, we had somebody with a plus fucking 9 who could never roll above a like 10. So,
I
know, it
know.
really do be like that.
Oh, I'm lower than 13. I'm 12.
Oh, let me
I
double
I
check.
remember.
I just assumed it
I
was
was just
No,
curious.
yours is 13 because
That's
you have
14.
I cry
Oh.
every time.
Because of Jack of all trades.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a passive investigation of 22.
got our we got our Mrs. Holmes over here.
Yeah, no trap is ever leaving her sight.
My passive.
The second someone points it out. Oh, I know immediately how it works. You haven't looked at it yet, but I know how it works. So
I just saw it out of the corner of my eye and I get it.
Okay. So, you've visited the holy site. Anywhere else you all want to go?
Oh, should we find a bathhouse here?
Yes, and also, we could look around and see if they have any cool shops.
Yeah.
all right.
I say in Faradir's voice.
Oh, you want to see some cool shops then?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Well, like I
Good.
said, we have the beast shop if you wanted to buy the giant fire beetle. There's Woldcrest's wares. That's a decent one. You could
How
try
dark does it
Zunder's.
get in those mines?
You're underground, pitch black.
Hmm.
Might want to get a fire
If it
beetle.
if it weren't for our skylights and our fire beetle skylight, it'd be pretty dark here too.
Yeah, maybe we should get a fire beetle.
Yeah, seems that might be necessary.
Ooh, and then if we're done and we still have it, we could put it in the basement.
Fair.
If you get enough of them, they will breed with each other.
I don't think we need them to breed.
Just
But what
saying.
if we sell them as pets? Is that legal?
Well,
Backyard
reselling.
breeding is immoral. Adopt from the pound.
It's not backyard breeding if we get all the papers.
It's not backyard if it's in the basement.
Baradier flips the house like it's a table.
Breeding them in the city without a permit is illegal. The rest of the kingdom, don't think mines as much, mainly due to them not being able to survive outside for too long.
Good. No.
But now you know.
How many would you recommend, given size of our group?
Given your group size, one or two. They're large creatures. They're not gonna fit in every space.
All right.
Also, they are creatures, so they are susceptible to things. You know, things like to eat them.
We gotta keep them alive. I figured as much.
Yeah, fire beetles, they have some good bits. And if any of those other places don't catch your fancy, there is a partial magic shop within town called Olson's Remedies.
Actually, let's go there first because we already know we're gonna get a beetle.
Yeah, let's get a. Where are we going first?
I figured to go to one of the other shops since we know we're going to get a beetle probably regardless.
Enough.
Oh, speaking of beetle thing, I might be able to summon one.
Oh yeah, because
Sunti also, she just goes and looks at him.
as long as they're a beast. Then they get
Well,
turned
not
in.
even just goes to.
Yeah, we don't need a beetle. Senti's our beetle.
Yeah, she could summon beetles. If they're a beast.
She can become the beetle.
Could become the beetle if they're a beast.
Yeah, they.
But I
are.
could summon a talking one, maybe.
Oh, for your
Yeah, my fine steed.
fine steed. Just summon a giant fire beetle.
We walk
God,
around DanWillo with the talking fire beetle. Like, what's
I
up?
really wanted to have an old New Yorker who like smokes 12 packs a day
Hey.
voice, you know?
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yes, but worse.
Oh,
Like more painful. You can feel the esophagus just crumbling to ash.
hey, I'm walking here.
Hey.
Exactly.
I'd have to practice that. My initial thought was just making them British. So
Brit.
Oh, you can make a hybrid of a Cockney.
Australian.
Australian would definitely work. Graham's like, okay, guys, let's not get wild about this stuff.
There's only so many accents I know how to do.
precisely.
I don't got time for all this homework.
Driving in the car is gonna be real weird for a bit.
You're just in there with someone else and you start talking as if you're a 40-year-old New Yorker who chain smokes.
I would never do that.
That's a power move.
I've done
Assert
it.
dominance.
It's one of my friends asked me what it's like playing Dungeons and Dragons. I told him I could do the voices and stuff. He was like, what do you mean? I started doing the voices for him. He's like, yo, you be getting into this shit. I'm like, yeah, I've been doing it for a while now. I can only do
It's
monster voices. I can't do
I can
accents.
almost do a Russian sometimes. Not
I can't
very
do good
often.
voices, but that's okay.
Most of my voices tend
Same,
to just
bro.
turn British.
I just
Yeah, I
know how,
can do
or-
British, and that's it.
Or like
I know how to change my
slightly,
voice.
just
I just can't do accents.
Hmm.
Like I can do higher pitches and lower pitches and tones,
Yeah.
but
I want to learn German, and then hopefully I can do a German accent, and that'll be fun.
No, you'll just speak German in an American accent.
God, that would be so funny. I think that's not speaking German though, because you can't pronounce the words if you're speaking not in the German accent, because they're very different sounding words. It's a very aggressive language because of all the like gritty sounds.
yeah.
the guttural, the throaty ones.
Yeah, we had a foreign exchange student who was German, and anytime she was like on the phone with someone from back home, afterwards we would be like, "Are you okay? Were you in an argument?" And she's like, "No, I was talking to my friend." And it's like, "Okay." And then one day we were in the car, and we had her speak in German something that like teachers say over there on the daily, and it sounded like she was fully putting a curse on us and telling us to die a painful death. And it wasn't at all that, but it was just so funny because it's a scary, scary language. Anyway,
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. What was the magic shop that he named?
Olson's Remedies.
I'm gonna go there first, guys.
Sure.
Let's do it.
All right. Olsen's Remedies.
Okay. You're led through the city streets into a section of the city known as the Dark Quarter. It is, if you're facing this where the entrance was, the left side of you was the entire city, and you can see the whole thing. The Dark Quarter is the space closest to where the waterfall flows into, that massive chasm area. Typically, the fire beetles don't move that far that way due to the cavern slowly moving downwards as the slope is greatly made towards hitting the main wall. It's not as tall there. So typically, it is darker, hence the name. Leading you into this section of the city, the main thoroughfare is now long gone, and you are walking down streets similar to that of Draken, of other smaller towns, maybe 20 feet wide. Carts to still go to and fro, but not as often as they normally would. And you do see many different dwarven individuals moving to and fro. However, there is a little bit more of a humanoid presence. You do see humans, a couple more of them than you would have expected. You see quite a bit Earth Genasi. People with almost like bands of gold, copper, other sorts of minerals across their bodies and face, giving these strange, almost like tiger stripes to them. But their skin is definitely made of stone of some type. You see a few fire Genasis. This seems less human, more alternate human. And as you're led through this section, you do see a sizable two-story building that has a pretty new sign on it called Olson's Remedies. You see all the windows are currently covered, except for small showcases of what they have. You see small little bottles lining the windows of different items, remedies, potions of some type. They're probably not real. These are probably display, but you do see a couple of the poor looking individuals walking past and ogling a set of almost like golden like goggles in the front window. This place does seem to have a bit of supplies here.
Alrighty.
So, who wants to go in?
Take it.
I guess I'll
I
go in.
will go in.
Yeah, I guess let's see what this place has.
I see no reason not to yet. Might regret that later.
Cause I bet he's about to rob him blind.
That's not my fault. I can't do
I
anything. about
really hope not. Trying to rob magic people doesn't usually go well.
that. No, it doesn't.
Okay.
They tend to have protections in place, and then you get blown up and die.
I bet he gets blown up and dies.
So,
True.
you walk in.
Or seer counter spells.
So you walk into the space. The door swings wide, and an almost automated message is played out for you all as you enter into the establishment. You hear, "Hello, and welcome to Olson's Remedies. I'll be with you in a moment. Please peruse our stock as I get ready in the back. See you soon."
Where does the sound come from?
It seems to come from the very top of the doorframe as you take the first step in.
This is just like Serena's Secrets. The magic mouth.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
immediately, the sight before you is a very interesting building. It seems on the inside they made it almost like an old cottage style home. You see the ceiling is thatch roof up to a peak, and lining some sections of the thatch, almost being hung down on wires, is suits of armor and other various strange looking wares. In the center of the room, on this wooden floor, which is strange as most of the city is stone. So the wood floor that creaks under your feet is strange, and it contains different cases along the space, almost like little aisleways. You see, in the cases in these glass containers are different items. You see what looks to be like a copper crown. You see a strange, not strange. You see almost like a pearlescent orb. You see items for magical use seem to stretch around the space. This is clearly more of a mage establishment than Serena's is. Yeah.
Okay. What stuck out for me? I guess I'll take a look at this crown.
Okay. Yeah, you all are able to peruse around. I can name off some of the wares that you do see on display.
Yeah, let's take a look around.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Give us like a 5-page list of everything they have.
5-page. Whew.
You see, in one of the cases, there seems to be almost like a copper set of glasses with beautiful blue spaces for where the eyes are. It's almost like a beautiful blue lens. There's also looks to be a hammer slightly glowing on one of the cases. There is a large shield that seems to ever glow, and it does seem to have almost a gold pendant in the very center of it. Let's see.
Are there like little note cards on the front to tell us what they are?
Doesn't seem to be. They seem to have left it a mystery.
Can I try
Oh,
to
man.
figure it out?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Faradir can do an Arcana check.
I think I get advantage on those.
She's so good at it now.
Yeah, you would have a advantage on
And my
I also
goggle.
get advantage.
it.
Oh.
21.
Heck yeah, 21.
Oh no, that's Faradir. Yeah, I got a 12 because I rolled
Dang.
shit.
Faradir,
Four.
you recognize the enchantments of these items. Seer, not so much. And I'll get to why in a moment. But Faradir, you notice the glasses are probably Eyes of Charming. Just minor glasses that can probably charm an individual. You see a couple different +1 weapons. So just magically enchanted weapons. There's an animated shield, which is the glowing shield you saw. You recognize one of the items as an item that Serena told you about. This seems to be an item of warning. It's the hammer that you saw. You also see a ring that is probably some sort of enchanted magical ring. What else? You see another enchanted short sword. You see an enchanted quarter staff. The big thing you do see, though, is a beautiful, a beautiful longsword, actually. It seems to have a hilt of the very bottom base of the sword is a skull. The hilt of it is also seemed to be made of a single skull on either side, and then 6 skulls that wrap around just before the blade comes out of where the hilt is. And it is a beautiful black steel metal and looks very interesting.
Yeah, she'll just like tell people what they are as they make their little parade through the items.
Yeah.
And then say like, this is a magic ring. I don't know what it does. This is a magic sword and a magic stick and another magic sword. I don't know what any of them do. And yeah, and the rest of the other 4 things she can actually point out by name.
Yeah. So, as you were saying this, and Sierra at the beginning seems to partially try and help you and look herself at the essence of these items. And it is as Seer begins looking that she's distracted, hence not being able to identify these items, as the back door seems to open up. And walking out, you see a human male individual wearing a beautiful array of dark gray wizard's robes. They seem to have slips of blue that seem to coil through many of the seams and generally just makes it a little bit more luxurious than what it would typically be for a wizard's robe. Immediately, they almost seem to stop in the doorway as they've walked out, almost ready in a stance to greet you all in a charismatic manner. But they catch your eyes here,
Uh-huh.
as you recognize them.
Yeah, who are they?
This is Kiran.
Oh! It's this bitch!
Oh my.
Motherfucker!
You see the smile
Step up!
fades.
Sierra's about to throw hands.
Lightning bolt instantaneously. Whoa!
And as the smile fades, they just look at you. Almost in like a small state of shock. Looks at all the other individuals. Hello! Welcome to Olson's Remedies. My name is Olson. How can I help all of you?
Oh my god.
Do any of us like notice Sierra's reaction?
Can I try to do like a deception
Yes.
check to just
Do a deception check.
keep my cool? As it were. I'm gonna make that a 15!
My passive
15.
insight is 15.
Meets it. Beats it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you notice both of them actually seem to have a look of shared recognition before the male behind the counter, who called themselves Olson, seems to have jumped into a persona.
Okay.
Can't believe it's this guy.
I can.
You don't know who he is!
I know. It's just becoming a trend in magic shops. This usually aren't.
Plot
Yeah,
twist.
I
We've
know,
known
for
Sierra's
some
backstory the
reason.
entire time.
Oh,
It's almost like I'm magic.
it's almost like
and
she.
everyone from my backstory is wizard.
Oh, that couldn't possibly be it.
Nah, that'd be
Yeah.
a weird coincidence.
Alright? It's almost like I'm a wizard. Got to go to a school for wizards. And so I know
Harry
a lot of
Potter?
wizards.
Biggest plot twist of all, Sierra
Like,
was
y'all-
Harry Potter.
Well, no, Sear's been to like. It's not quite college, but you know, Sear's been to a school for magic.
Yeah, bards and wizards are the only classes that have to get an education.
Yeah, some sort.
Yeah. So you'll know that I've been to school for this.
Yeah. You gave me a backstory.
He's not loved using it.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we get that list of the items? Or did you put that in the
Yeah, I can.
Oh, I mean, I didn't know if you want to RP or not. 'Cause you said you just gonna put it in the
I
chat.
mean, I wrote them down. I can put it in chat if you want.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, there's I will say there is a lot of items. I just mainly went off the
Okay.
the magic ones. There's a +1
Right.
club, +1 mace, +1 short sword.
What's the longsword bones?
It was the long sword made of bones. I don't know.
That one
Is it-
Spooky.
is
Spooky.
not really known.
Okay. They have a ring. A bunch of okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the ring and the sword seem to be the two that are the most rare. They're very close to the counter, and they seem a little bit more tightly locked than the others.
The ring and the sword, you said?
The ring and the sword, yeah.
Okay. What is what's Belric's weapon? It's a battle axe?
It's a great axe.
It's a great axe. Okay. Oh, so you're swinging for a D12. Okay, cool.
Yep.
And there's all the magic items I was able to describe.
All right.
And then there's the long sword
I'm just gonna like walk up
and the ring.
to the ring. I'm assuming is it in like a glass container, or is it
Yes,
Like on
it's in
a
like a giant. Imagine like a
red
museum.
velvet pillow?
Yes, essentially like that. This establishment is very almost like fancy, like they're trying to show off a little bit.
I'm so fancy.
That's what's playing on the speaker
I should
in their
start
store.
singing on the spot.
So the individual who's behind the counter. Ah, I see you're looking at one of our rings. Do you want me to describe that to you?
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you see they do an effortless, almost like jump over the counter as they begin walking over to you with
Parkour.
with a quick step and just an eagerness to show off their wares. As he approaches you, he's not too tall, definitely not as tall as you, so he kind of looks up to you. Like I said, my name is Olson. Can I have your name, please?
Faraday.
Faraday, nice to meet you. I see you've taken an interest in this ring of ours. This is a particular beauty. This is a ring of water elemental command.
Oh.
If you ever have to, deal with a water elemental, you can command it. It's highly effective. Not so much where we are now, hence being under the earth, but if you're near the ocean, it's a great item to keep you alive.
Do you have anything that is not a weapon but helps with fighting things?
Not a weapon that helps with fighting things. The animated shield that we have right over here, and he kind of does a quick step over to that one.
She kind of just like points to the two weapons on her back. I cannot hold a shield.
Yes, I can
But
see
I
that now.
appreciate the explanation.
Yes. Sadly, I don't have many items that are not weapons. The ring is one of the ones that I have, and then the glasses. The ring would help you in a fight. Definitely, you can essentially dominate any water elemental you come across. The glasses over here, the eyes of charming, allow you to charm a person for a short term without casting your own vitality. So you can, charm a person and still have all the spells you require. It's a little
Beardeer does that naturally. She doesn't.
She actually is able to charm someone with one of her rings. I've just never used it because it's never been useful in any situation.
Oh goodness. Alright, so it's a ring of
We generally
water
kill
elemental
things
command.
before we charm them.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten the chance to use my +10 advantage on intimidation. One day, Faraday will be scary.
Maybe you can help Sierra run away from this situation.
Hell yeah. I body block Sierra as she yeets out of the entire town.
This is why Sierra didn't want to come here.
A ring of
The
elemental.
first store we walk
This-
into.
Yep.
The very first store we walk into.
Yep. Y'all chose the magic store, and I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I could feel it in my bones.
Listen, Adler's been hiding the mages from Perlite in magic stores. You found 2 of them already.
Yeah, it's not very subtle.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm starting to notice a pattern here.
yeah.
Look,
I guess there's only 3 of them.
They have
I've already
skill
met
set.
all 3. I guess it can't get worse.
Where do you just expect to find them in blacksmith shops? You don't
Maybe
want
they're like working as an innkeep.
Oh, that's such a waste of their talents.
Yeah, I feel like if you know crazy magic, you probably aren't working as an innkeep.
Yeah.
Because you could be doing literally anything else.
Yeah, but also consider if you know crazy magic, people aren't gonna think you work as an innkeep.
You know, that's true. Deep undercover.
And that's what they're supposed to be.
But all those years of study for nothing. Just for nothing.
Didn't even get a diploma to put on the wall.
Well, they could always be like Seer and just not get the help of the Terra and almost die every day.
Yeah, adventure
Then
in life
they
for
don't
me.
want for nothing. Then they need those magics to survive.
Man, that ring of elemental water command.
He does look at you.
Ganesh becomes the avatar, commands all elements.
He looks at you, Faradir. If you want, I don't know how powerful your swords are, but we do have a very nice long sword here. He kind of walks over it to that other large container. This one is a personal favorite of mine. It's been passed down through my family personally for many, many years. It's kind of a historic artifact. But I am willing to part with it. This is what my family called the 9 Lives Stealer.
Ooh.
A,
That wasn't the character.
a very impressive longsword that has many good benefits to it.
It looks very bone covered. Are these real bones?
No. They are just ornate carvings. The whole blade itself is actually one solid piece. You know what? He kind of waves his hand, and you see the lid just seems to lift off of the item, and he grabs it and pulls it out of its container. You want to hold it? He kind of hands it over to you in both of his hands.
She'll carefully take it in one hand, and do the thing where you spin it around.
It's
Eat these,
very versatile. You can tell that there's an element that is not available to you yet, as you probably would need to bond with this weapon. But it is a solid piece of dark steel and feels nice. Feels very light, and make an Arcana check.
Okay.
As you have
Yeah.
Arcana.
I won't even offer to help. You go,
14?
maybe I should.
No.
There is a lot to this. A little bit of a dark energy, but it's nice. After you've swung it a little bit and are busy looking at it, you feel it almost get lighter in your hands as it seems to partially be pulled out of your grasp back towards the owner, who takes it and then once again sets it onto the pillow, and the case lowers on top of it.
Am I the only one that Graham's cutting out for?
No,
Just
it sounds like you just went underwater.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got really scared.
Oh no.
He got Thanos.
I got
Hello?
snapped. Thanos snapped?
No, you seem better now.
Okay.
Okay.
He was-
He essentially
he was part of that
levitated the
hack.
magic item back to him and put it back in its case.
It is a good weapon, but mine hold a personal meaning to me.
That's fair enough. I just merely an offer. Do any of you?
She'll give an appreciative nod and then step back to the group.
Yeah, he kind of looks around at the rest of you. Do any of these interest any of you?
Are there any rapiers or short bows in here?
No.
No. Okay.
Sadly not. There's a short sword.
There's a short sword.
Actually, there's 2 short swords.
For personal reasons, I will not buy. Gamesh kind of squats down to Behi. I know you like rapiers, but what about a short sword?
I have to try it out first.
Yeah, because I've realized sometimes when we're fighting things that regular weapons don't have the same effect on all creatures.
That's true. That's true.
Can we get one of those short swords? Can
Uh,
we see how it feels?
yes. Which one do you want? I have a standard enchanted short sword, and I also have a short sword of wounding.
Gamesh just looks at Behi.
Short sword of wounding.
Okay.
Nice.
You see one of the other cases lifts up, and the sword is almost shunted across the room, and he grabs it out of the air and kind of leans it down and hands it to you.
I bet he's pretty much just gonna like feel how, like the weight of it and everything.
Does it work with sneak attack?
Oh, does
This
it?
It
this
does,
weapon
it
in
does.
particular
Nice.
is very dangerous. Any wound caused by this weapon cannot be regenerated by magic. Only the natural healing processes can fix this weapon's damage. Additionally, when you attack with it, you can wound the enemy. They essentially take extra damage from the type of wound that the weapon gives out. It can be pretty devastating. And it is considered a magical weapon. So
Okay, so does Mabaki have proficiency with it, or whatever that is?
I believe so.
You
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
You're
Usually
right.
it's rogues. It's short swords, rapiers, and daggers.
They actually have longsword proficiency too for some reason. I don't know why, but
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. So you could also get the long sword of 9 lives stealer.
But that wouldn't work with your sneak attack though.
Yeah, no.
I'm thinking about he's ready to give that up.
I don't know.
That's how she gets her most damage.
Long sword of 9 lives stealing is yeah.
To be fair, Mabeki doesn't use ranged weapons, melee weapons all that much.
Yeah, but having a magical option is good.
Oh
her
yeah,
damage-
no, don't get. Yes, I agree with that completely.
Yeah, so her damage doesn't always keep getting halved. um. So what do you think?
I'll buy it.
Wonderful. That one in particular is only 2,000 gold.
How much
Rebecca just
platinum
pulls
is
that out of her back pocket.
That would be 20 platinum. No,
Oh.
200
That's 200
platinum.
platinum. That's
Yeah.
200 platinum.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's not gonna buy it. She likes her money better.
Really? Okay.
Wow.
You have.
You
What are you
get
gonna
more
do
money.
with the money?
I can't tell her what to do with hers. If she doesn't want it, she doesn't want it.
If you keep the money, what is it for?
To say she has it.
You know you'll get
Alright.
more, right? You know we're about to get more, right?
This isn't a capitalist society. It's okay.
But it can be.
You know you're about to get this 2,000 and some change back, right? You'll still make a profit.
Oh, well, in that case, yeah, she'll buy it.
I like how Seer has to like, okay, listen, here are the numbers.
Seer
Like a
may not
personal
like
accountant.
this
You
man,
have
but
to
she
make sure she's
recognizes
getting
the
a profit out of
benefits to
things.
having
She's just
magic
not gonna
weapons.
do it.
Party.
Seer
So-
does
Seer's a-
basic math and it blows my Becky's mind.
When
Kobold
it-
learns math. Sees
She
new
pulls
path in
out
life.
her journal and does the math and shows it to her, and he's just like, "Whoa!"
So you're buying
2,000 minus 2,000 plus 2,000 is still 2,000.
it?
Yeah.
So, Mebehi, are you buying it or not?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
I am
So,
currently still away from my computer though, so
yeah, I'm
You
gonna
should
send
make,
it to
like-
your Discord. So it's just a short sword of wounding, so it's a D6, and then once per turn, when you hit a creature with the weapon using this magic weapon, you can wound the target. At the start of each of the wounded creature's turns, it takes 1d4 1d4 necrotic damage for each time you've wounded it. And it can then make a DC 15 con saving throw, ending the effect of all such wounds on itself on a success.
fun.
Yeah.
He's easy to convince. Just tell her she'll make a profit.
Yeah.
She's like the Mr. Krabs of this world.
Yeah.
Money, 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 money.
Someone says, I am poor and starving, but he's like, let me play you a song on the world's tiniest violin.
Oh no.
While she's pickpocketing them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So 2,000 gold exchanges hands. You see, he does take the item across the long desk at the back to do the exchange. You hand him the 2,000 gold, and he slides the item across the table. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. May I ask your name?
Oh, is he talking to me?
Mebehi.
Mabehi. Okay, good.
I don't like how he's asking our
What?
names.
You cut out
He asked
What's
your
your
name.
name?
Jebim.
Jevin.
That's the name she's using.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Jevin.
The new seer.
Anything else? I do have scrolls. He looks towards you, Seer. You look like a wizard of some type. Would you like to purchase anything?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm just kind of accompanying the group.
Okay.
All right.
You hear as the door behind him opens, as you see another individual walks in. You hear a woman's voice echo. Olson, do you know where my book is? You see a human female, sort of on the chubbier side, with black hair, brown eyes, kind of looks over and looks across the group of you.
I'm gonna kill my fucking self.
Yeah, you recognize this person as well.
I'm gonna. I'm not even gonna bother making a deception check. It's obvious that Seer.
You see, immediately they seem to spot you, and they just
Is just.
you see they go to speak and then hold themselves back. She looks towards Olson. Excuse me, this is one of my fellow mages. She has helped me craft some pretty particular items. In fact, I just sold the sword of wounding that you crafted. She looks over at Mebehi. Oh, that's wonderful, and kind of walks out. It's good to see people getting uses out of our items. My name is Rena. It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, all of you. You don't seem like our usual patrons. Can I ask your names?
Gamesh.
Can I make an insight check on these people? I don't like how they keep asking us what our names are.
Make an insight check.
Like, they seem a little sus.
I think I know why.
15.
It is a good thing I get advantage on those.
It's not difficult to notice. They keep looking at Seer. There is an air of recognition towards Seer.
Hmm.
Is it like very obvious?
It's hard to hide when when you see a person you thought was dead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So upon seeing all those eyes on her, all right. Well, we got what we came here for. I think we need to head out now, right?
I think after Gamesh kind of speaks, Seer finishes like buffering. Because she also thought these people were dead. And she just kind of goes, yeah, we should probably leave. Seer, by the way.
Seer, she looks towards Olson. I think is it okay if we speak to you? She looks towards Olson again, who just like shakes his head slightly.
You know what? If you would like to speak with me, you can.
I'm gonna like slowly make my way so I'm standing behind Seer. Scary dog energy.
Are your friends going to stay?
No. They're not.
Okay.
You guys can continue exploring the town. If I'm not in contact with you in a few hours, well, you know what to assume. I'll see you later.
Gamesh kind of looks at her like, what? You sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
All
You
right.
do not want anyone to stay with you?
No. No one. Just me, alone, with these two people. She looks very uncomfortable.
All right.
Faradir's
you-
gonna slip her figurine of wondrous power into Seer's hand because it summons a dog that will attack in case she needs it.
Okay.
Siri is gonna hand pop it off to Gamesh.
Uh-huh. All right. You know how to contact me if you need me.
Yep, I sure do. Y'all enjoy the rest of your trip in the city. Catch me up if there's anything big I miss.
All right, everyone. Let's give him some privacy then.
Mistake. This is a horrible mistake. I'm so scared.
They
Okay.
cast Power Word Kill on her as soon as we leave the room.
They all pull their
I'm letting
face
you
off
know.
and it's Dalton.
I'm leveling this place. I am
Poppet
leveling.
just disappears and Gamesh is like, oh no.
Okay.
I'm not. Oh Lord.
There's a reason Seer gave Gamesh Poppet.
Okay.
If I die, take care of my fake bird.
He'll disappear and let you know she's dead.
That too.
Okay.
Or if he starts going crazy in my hands, I know it's
In
time
the
for me to run
100 feet.
back.
If you're within 100 feet and Poppet starts going absolutely insane.
Oh man. Okay. Okay. All right. I leave.
Oh god,
Okay.
I'm sorry guys.
You all begin.
No, it's fine.
You all begin walking out of the shop. You see Olson kind of stands up a little straight and looks over towards Reyna, who looks towards him. Lock the door and go get Salam. Why do I have to? You see, she immediately just like slaps him. Get Salim
Oh.
and lock the door now.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
That
surprised.
is some domestic violence.
Holy shit! Go,
You
go,
should've-
Rena, go.
Immediately, you hear her say, "You should have gotten me and him the second you saw her." I'm so sorry. I know it's a little awkward to probably see us. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see that you two survived.
Yeah, we were able to escape, and you see she looks back at Olson, who's kind of like slowly walking towards the door. I said, get him now. Immediately, you see him just like pick up the pace. You see him twist his hand, and you hear the door locks as he goes into the back room. And you hear the sound of footsteps going upstairs. Sorry about that. He's still the same.
It's fine. Good to know. Good to know he's still the same.
I guess we're all going by different names now, aren't we?
Yeah, going to be a bit of a necessity.
Yeah. The Terror helped us set this up. Apparently there were a couple others that he helped, but we came to him together.
I've been in contact with them.
That's good. He limits the contact we do have. I really didn't even know who was alive.
Yeah, it's been a shock each and every time, for sure.
It was hard getting out of the city. I don't know what you know or what you know happened, but I'm sorry. We did all we could, but you see, there's tears welling up in her eyes. I couldn't save your mom and dad. I saw it happen. I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
I'm an abjuration wizard. I'm supposed to be good at these things, and I wasn't. Not good enough.
Rena, what happened was insane.
Yeah.
There was nothing you could do.
I did the best I could. And you hear the door. Actually, you hear the sound of footsteps coming down wooden steps. Down. And you hear the door creaks open. I did the best I could. She kind of turns. And you see the door opens. And you see a young human male, probably in their late teens, has a mop of brown hair, very unkempt, but you can see through it enough to see hazel eyes.
No, you did not. Oh my god. I thought he was dead.
And you see a look of recognition.
Oh, holy shit.
And the first words out of his mouth is your true name, which you have not heard in a long time.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And that's where I'm going to end the session.
Oh my god.
Aren't you glad that we came?
Yeah. So
Oh my.
you see Bassem, your brother.
No. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not all bad.
Until he tries to kill him.
Thought he was... No, if you kill him, Seer will kill you, Gamesh.
I said if he tries to kill you.
Oh yeah, if he tries to kill Seer, Seer let him.
And then Gamesh can't let that because he doesn't know who this guy is.
She'll send you a message.
Gamesh and Faraday just like walking the perimeter, like side looking the building, waiting for an explosion or something.
Gamesh just gets a message. She's like, "Hey, I'm gonna die, but it's all right.
I'ma smash
Just
this
Just
move
let
fucking
it
wall.
happen.
Just let it happen. Just let me die."
The ultimate protection crew.
Oh, but if it helps, Driz, you'll get part of your wish. Seer's definitely gonna have to confess some shit after this.
Oh.
After she goes through some trauma.
Yeah, I was tempted to say your character's real name, but I'll leave that to you.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
know this yet.
Oh my god.
You guys want to know something great? Faraday has no idea what the fuck is going on.
No.
She knows nothing about Seer's life.
No.
To be oh yeah, she knows absolutely nothing.
She knows nothing. She was seeing, I was like, in my head, I was like, she's seeing these people looking at Seer. She has no clue why. And like, maybe they just think she's hot or something. I don't know. She's just so confused all the time. And this is great.
Yeah, same for
Farade's
Belric.
right.
Yeah,
Belric and
Senti,
Cinti.
Belric, and Faraday are just so lost.
You like Mabeki and Gamesh have the knowledge that Seer's got a past.
We have no context whatsoever.
You don't know that there are people looking for Seer. Only Gamesh knows that. For
Mabeki,
sure.
right?
The only thing we know is that Gamesh's mom is like used to be a god or something. That's all we know about
What?
anyone.
What?
She was like the Earth person thingy.
No,
The Earth
That wasn't really
magic.
my mom.
that wasn't his real mom.
It's a magic mom.
Yeah.
Well,
Gamesh
that's-
has a magic adoptive mom that used to be like kind of a god.
Yeah.
I
And now
still
Gamesh is
remember.
gonna become like kind of a god. As is his birthright. By adoption.
Exactly.
Accidental adoption.
This is why you adopt.
Hey, Faraday was adopted. She turned out great.
Right.
Yeah.
I still remember when Graham said that. He's like, "My child." I was like, "What? I know who my mom." is."
And honestly, that was the point.
I know. I was like, "Yo, who's?"
Guys, this is gonna be next session's gonna be insane. What the fuck?
You're welcome.
Thank you. I thought he was dead. I'm gonna cry. Like happy tears, but God.
You needed. I mean,
You gotta have
yeah,
some
you needed your
positivity.
brother.
You can't lose it all.
Yeah, he also is living with your schoolyard rival, but you know.
And my best friend.
I love that all of our reunions with our backstories so far have been shit. Like, it's just been not great.
That's not necessarily.
This is a great interaction.
They've been, like, not a happy reunion, you know?
This is a mildly happy reunion.
Well, I
other
haven't-
than my schoolyard rival, but he can suck his own dick.
Well, all right. No, you're a little. No, you're right though. Fair Deers didn't go so well.
Yeah.
Sears hasn't gone necessarily ideal. Hasn't been bad though.
Well, Sina was okay.
Karn met his son.
And we managed to convince him to not be evil.
Yeah.
I just
And-
Yeah, after he almost killed us like 8 times.
Twice.
I feel like it was more than that. We fought them so much.
guys, I
We-
can't.
We fought Sebastian live. We only fought
Yeah, we
Arthur
really did.
twice.
That's true. We fought Sebastian like every other session.
But every time we fought Sebastian, it felt like we were fighting our.
like,
Arthur,
maybe
too.
he just had a huge crush on our entire party, and that's why he wouldn't leave us alone.
Maybe.
We're just a
Maybe.
party full of really hot people.
Yeah. As D&D parties typically are, but also I can't believe I can't believe the first door we fucking walk into contains my schoolyard rival, one of my best friends, and my brother.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know which one's the rival, but I don't want you to tell me yet.
I think it's pretty
Four dead
obvious.
people walk into
Yeah.
a bar.
Is it not obvious? Is it?
Not obvious the one who didn't want to bring her brother out.
Yeah. My fucking brother.
That was all sin.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Olsen.
Okay.
The
I
one that was
sorry.
very.
I'm really tired right now. I've been
No,
in and
it's
out.
fine.
You're
It's. I can't believe he tried to hide my brother from me.
He just didn't say anything.
That's omission of the truth is still a lie.
I'm gonna slap him.
Why do you think? Why do you think Ari slapped him?
Yeah. Thank you, Henri. Henri's got my back.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this to develop.
God, but none of them know what I did, do they?
None of them know that you summoned the demons, huh?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Are you going to admit some things?
Not immediately. I gotta talk to my new best friend first.
Listen, I'm not saying you've been replaced, but I've filled in the position.
I thought you were dead.
You're on administrative leave, okay?
She's like, it's fine.
Well, she had 2 in the past. She can have 2 now.
Right.
Who was your other best friend? Was it Farron?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
It was Henri and Farron.
So, whenever we get to Pale Light, we're going to take out this new dictator. We're going to make these guys the new council, right? That's what we're going to. That's the plan.
So you're just gonna lead Phil. That'd be a horrible plan. No.
I mean, you already
no.
have a home. You're leading that pretty well.
Yeah, I'm not homeless anymore. I guess I can brag about that.
Right.
I live in a manor.
It's a shitty manor, but it's a manor.
You don't have to tell them it's shitty.
It's
Yeah, I
good.
don't have
Right.
to.
You can tell them it has a pool.
It has a pool. There are mushrooms that walk and talk and give us fun magic drinks. And are little capitalists. And there are fairies that are my servants, apparently, because I freed them from a chandelier.
There's a quarry on the land, so I'm making money.
There was a giant fish that we caught and killed.
It's like, oh, maybe we have to
Killed a
visit there.
vampire in the basement.
You can't visit yet.
I don't think they could visit even if they wanted to.
Oh yeah.
We still need to sweep up the vampire dust. You gotta give us a minute.
Yeah, he kind of ruined our foundation.
We gotta get rid of the holes first.
Yeah. Listen, we fought a lot of shit in there, and I kind of went a little crazy. Because I lost what I thought was the only reminder I ever had of my past in a good way.
No! By the way, you're fine.
But Basa is the only person I think Seer would choose over like Gamesh or Mabehi.
Oh.
Like without hesitation.
Of course, that's your brother. That's like we have Gamesh sisters, so that's fully understandable.
Yeah.
If you ever go back to Bastion, there's a lot of family in Bastion.
A whole lot of family in Bastion.
You have to prove yourself.
Not just for you, for Beldrick as well. That's a
yeah.
Yeah, that's a city that'll
maybe
have
Beldrick
2 for
can
1.
help you prove yourself.
I don't know. We don't really know where Bellick's backstory. We don't know what he's doing for real.
Yeah, we don't.
Yep, all secret.
That's how Sears was for like 2 years.
Yeah, and now it's kind of being
Unraveling.
forced.
It's unraveling finally. We finally started rolling that ball again. We finally found that one string to pull.
I told you about DanWillo a long time ago.
Yeah, you did. And I was terrified to come here, rightfully so.
Not rightfully.
But I'm glad we came here at this point.
Yeah, I'm glad you finally showed up. There's a lot here.
Her bully. They weren't bully. He wasn't her bully. They were rivals. They fucked with each other equally.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
you
and
said
then she
schoolyard
summoned the
bully,
demons.
so that's what I worked with.
No, schoolyard rival. They were like, I guess, frenemies. Like, they don't hate each other. They just don't like each other. And they're like, I'm better than you. No, I'm better than you.
I'm not remaking the meme, so he's your bully now.
Yeah. He's also better than you, though, Seer.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, look at the shop he designed. I mean,
Seer's paying off a mortgage, and this guy has a magic shop.
Let's see, this guy
Okay.
killed a dragon.
a magic
Has
shop
this
that
guy
he
killed
rooms
2
with.
dragons, 2 vampires?
He
On
has,
his way to kill, possibly kill a third.
He has a
Yeah.
very rare magic sword in his shop. I mean,
Okay.
it's +2.
I have like a ton of magic items on me. I could start my own magic shop.
He has a
Okay.
very goth sword.
Oh, how? Let's make this simple. Does he have a full blooded orc and a Goliath ready to pounce inside this building and
Yeah.
thrash it? Does he have that? Does he have that?
True.
No.
Exactly.
Oh,
Does he have people willing to literally die for him?
Oh, he has things, but not people. Oh.
Is he? Okay.
Sickest burn.
You know
You're
what?
sad and alone.
You know what? Is Olsen gonna go and meet with the king next month? No, I don't fucking think so.
Ah.
Are they one of the most powerful groups of people ever alive? No.
Yeah. Hang on.
Come through, just start roasting them as soon as we get in.
Yes.
No fists, just all words. Tear him
Vicious
down.
mockery.
We all cast vicious mockery at 9th level.
That's a fucking cantrip.
I know.
That's how gnarly it gets.
That's telling you how powerful we are.
Oh gosh.
God, like roasting should be like a 9th level spell.
Roast.
Yeah.
Vibe check.
The vibe check.
Oh,
Yeah, power word vibe.
Power. Yeah. If your
Power
vibe,
word
if your vibe isn't correct, it immediately just kills you.
Yeah.
Immediately kills you.
you roll a d20. If you roll a nat 1, you just die immediately.
Just die.
Yes.
We are done for the night.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. I
God,
can't-
no! Now Seer has to make the world a better and safer place.
So there's people
Why
in
would
it
you
worth
give her
fighting
motivation for anything, Graham?
Well, let's see. I think I've scarred you enough for now. So I think I need to give you something to, you know.
Seer needs a little bit of hope.
Yeah, a little hope.
No,
Then
I
the
think-
scarring can begin again.
Yeah.
for. So the scarring
More,
can begin again.
necromancy of people from.
Say that again. Sorry, cutting out.
More necromancy from people in her past is definitely needed.
Oh no.
Like, you thought all these people were dead? Guess what?
The last time I saw my brother, he was 13.
Yeah, he's 17 now.
Oh man.
I did the math.
He's a baby.
I had to look at your character sheet to figure out how
Seer's
old you were. Yeah,
24. Okay.
He's
Oh.
7 years younger than
Yep.
me.
That's so adorable.
We both thought the other one was dead for the longest time. He's probably seen our parents die.
I mean, Henri did talk to you and say that she was
Yeah.
sorry. She did all she could, and then looked at your brother.
It's okay. This is better than I expected. This is better than my parents.
That's funny. That's so funny.
Yeah. But now, at least, you have the official, Batman origin story. You found out your parents are dead.
Yeah, I'm an orphan, but I already assumed everyone was dead. Time Seer finds out someone she loved is alive, that's like a step up.
Oh, she
You
said
know?
death. She said death. That's normal living. Now that's the treasure. That's the.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I have been working under the assumption that my parents were dead for 5 years. This comes as no surprise.
Oh,
But my
man.
brother being alive, that's a fucking miracle.
So you found a total of 5 people from. No, these 3 specifically are from your past. The other 2 were just people that
People I knew in
were
passing.
okay. So these ones have weight. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
almost like
can't.
the other two were just leading towards this.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
I can't wait to see how this affects her psyche.
I kind of
She's
want to go
gonna
pale right
actually-
now.
You said you
She's
kind of
gonna
want
have
to
to
what?
actually care now. Like, yeah, let's go fucking kill this Mad King. We gotta now.
What happened to Phil Gadamine? That was the. Which one was Theo Gadamine? I forgot.
Felgadamine was.
I know he was back with like
Oh,
Reshkaval.
he
It was
was
way back.
Weird necrotic,
Furbolg.
Furbolg.
Yeah, he
Did
was
we ever
her
beat
lieutenant.
him?
No, he got
No,
away.
he got away.
Yeah, he was her lieutenant.
He's gonna. He's gonna
Okay,
try to
I
kill us
have like
later.
only one note written down, and it's something about him. I don't know if I can share it though.
Well, he got away. He's probably gonna try to kill us later.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I thought of? What else he could do?
Hmm.
He could try to turn Reshkaval into a Draco Lich.
Oh, no.
I also already know something else about the situation, but like I
Wait.
said, I probably can't share it.
Didn't
That's like
the
the one
Terra-
note I have.
Didn't the
Wait.
Terra and the Paladins like steal away with Reshkaval's body though?
Yep.
Doesn't mean he can't try.
Doesn't mean he can't try, but it doesn't mean he's less likely to succeed
Right.
and less
Wait,
likely to become a blip on our radar.
Wait, you said you have a note on Reshkaval that you don't think you can share?
It's on Thelgadamine, but like he might come back later. I don't know if I can share it. Like it's not a big thing, but like yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know what Becky knows. So.
Interesting, but
It's like the only notes I have.
oh,
So I'm honestly kind of impressed with myself.
nice. You got one.
Well, Fel was part of your backstory,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as was Reshkaval.
Yeah. Oof.
Now we just got to get the shovel, start digging into Sinti and Belric.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, the trauma's coming. Everyone had their face
Now-
there.
Now Seer has to talk to Gamesh and be like, so should I tell my brother about the thing that I did? Or should I not tell my brother about the thing that I did? Oh, and Seer's mentioned her brother once before.
Yeah,
First time at the bathhouse.
yeah.
Interesting.
Now, when she says the thing that she did, which one?
You'll find out.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. I was like, the goblin? I don't think he'd care about the goblin. I was like,
Seer just says the thing.
the thing? We've done a lot of things.
I've done a lot of bad things.
You talking about the body in the bag?
Our whole trip to Nim.
The whole trip to Nim, yeah. He's like, yeah, I wouldn't bring up the body in the bag. Leave that one.
Multiple bodies.
Yeah, we'll.
Multiple bodies.
Now, now this. No, know what? We'll get to that. We'll get. I got so many questions now, but know what? I'll say those for as they develop.
Yeah.
Gamesh just has so many questions. It's just been brewing.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how different all the characters are in comparison to what they knew them to be in the past.
Yeah, same.
Because traumatic experiences that would force you into hiding could change a person.
Yeah, as proven with Seer. Like, Seer wasn't
Yeah.
always like Yes.
Exactly. So they want to say, "Oh, you're really a killer, killer. you, you kill people
Yeah.
like no hesitation." Oh.
It's like we get robbed in the middle of the things. Here's just like 6th-level lightning bolt, as we were saying.
Like, you killed that guy. Well, okay, so he's.
It's like,
and, she,
yeah, and?
and she's just looking like, I didn't used to do that, did I?
Yeah, she's like, oh, I see, I see. Here's the confusion. Here's the confusion.
Oh,
I'm
no.
ruthless now. Good night.
Have a good
Nighty
night.
night.
Just, god damn it.